Alright, so in this video I'll be showcasing two levels by the same creator, DurianHead. One in the 1.0 style, and another in the 2.1 style. And I'll be figuring out which one of the two I like better. The first one is a hard demon called F3CHS. This level's made entirely with 1.0 blocks, meaning it could have been created on the game's release. If there were fractional block movements, I don't know if they had those in 1.0. The level itself, it has very satisfying gameplay, although it's a bit unbalanced. It starts with a fairly tough ship, then goes into a cube. There are very few cube timings in this level, so most of the difficulty comes from the ship parts. In fact, this used to be an insane demon until the last ship part was nerfed, so now it's a hard demon. The third ship part here is really fun once you get the hang of it. This cube looks really cool, and the effect feels so much more special because it's only 1.0 blocks. The cube memory really isn't that bad. It gets worse later, but it's still not too hard. Now we have the cube maze. It's very easy to remember. At the end here, it looks like you're breaking away from the sink part, but the jumps still sink surprisingly well. Also, there's a yellow orb off screen that you have to hit. Altogether, this level took me 576 attempts. I'd say it's one of the easier hard demons out there, and definitely worth trying if you're comfortable with ship orb gameplay. Overall, I'd say the gameplay is a lot of fun, although it lacks some variety, as the level doesn't contain any of the new game modes like the ball or the UFO or the wave or anything like that. The second level is TKSPL. It's a medium demon with one extremely hard coin. It starts with a nice wobbly ship, then goes into this cool looking cube part. This will be your home for the next several minutes at a time, if you plan on getting the coin, because there are two major choke points in the coin route here. It will take over 30 seconds per attempt just to get there. I spent over 4 hours on this level, and most of that was just because I was trying to get the coin. If you don't go for the coin, the cube is mostly just buffer clicks and not that hard at all. But I went for the coin, so this is what happened to me. I went through phases of trying to get this second key. At first, I tried to do it Nexus's way, where you jump off the third platform late, and then buffer the blue orb. After a while though, I decided to change it up. Do a jump off the second platform, so I can jump again off the fourth, and time the blue orb when I'm roughly level with the fifth platform. I found this to work a little bit more consistently, although both methods are pretty tough. After that we have another hard part down here. These jumps aren't as bad as the 24% ones, but they aren't easy either. After this, it's pretty consistent medium demon difficulty until you get to the ball. Now this ball is the other major choke point of the coin route. And just like the cube, it has two really hard parts. Now, I didn't realize it at first, but the transition into it is actually free. If you slam your head against the slope at the end of the UFO and hold the button, you'll land safely right side up in the ball and skip the dash orb entirely. Now, here's the hard part. You have to spam here. It's 6 inputs in just under a second, which on its own isn't that hard. But these all have to be perfectly buffered ball inputs on this irregular path. Now that's hard. I went through phases with this too. First, I tried spamming my mouse and spacebar at the same time, but after a lot of testing, and I mean a lot of testing, I found that just spamming my up arrow key was the best strategy. Thankfully, there's a nice break here after the spam, so I can switch back to my mouse. But that's just the first hard part. Now we have the dash orbs. This is the last obstacle in the coin route, and I died here a good number of times. Now that we're past all that, it's time for the wave. When you first play it, this wave is really confusing. It's not super clear at first which decorations kill you, but after some practice you'll get a feel for it. And you bet I practiced the hell out of this wave, because it's after the entire coin route. I didn't want to die a single time in or after this wave. So naturally, I died 2 times in the wave. Luckily I never died after the wave though. And after all that, I finished with just over 1,000 attempts. If you don't care about coins, don't go for this coin. But I personally do care about coins, and there are going to be some more coin related videos in the future, so keep an eye out for that. Back to the question of which one is better though, I would personally say I had more fun with F3CHS, but that's just because of how annoying the coin was in TKSPL. If you don't go for the coin, TKSPL probably plays better.